Hey everyone, I am starting to bring in more information about In Silence. Um, for most of you, the folks in our community who have stayed with us and stuck around for the past 5 years, you know that we haven't really had the need to rush things, and Spirit has always guided us into just being very thoughtful and calmly navigating the way that we were building the vision for In Silence. But 2026 is go time, so you will receive more of these information sharing and the events that we have been putting together, and the partnerships and this other effort that I personally have put together called Future Humans. So for today, I want to share quickly, kind of want to reintroduce In Silence and why it's important to get into this new mindset of upgrading our internal OS, internal operating system, if we may. So first, In Silence is a global hub of community of learners, a network of mentors, a library of resources, an AI avatar, and just a place and a digital and a physical place to get together so we can talk about and work towards upgrading our internal systems. So the old human and the ways that the old human race was operating is no longer gonna work. In this time and age of hybrid existence, where we are coexisting, co-building, co-creating, co-designing, and just living alongside machines and other beings, um, require a new level of strength and agility and knowledge and patience, and most importantly, a different depth and height to the up to the love and the quality of love that we give others. So how do we do that, right? I think education is still a basic but very crucial method of exploring how else we can use this life that we have. But the problem is there's so much content, so much garbage, and so many words being put out there. And so one of the top dilemma that I would say a lot of us can see is an opportunity to address in the world is, how do we cut through the noise? How do we know who to trust? How do we know which programs? How do we even approach this opportunity that we have as a human race? And so the mission, one of the things that we aim to achieve In Silence is we want to cut through the noise. We want to help polish and refine and just bring the essential things and the essential people, keep words to the most simple possible language so that it stays accessible and easy to digest, while developing you know, a level of expertise in deep technology, not just AI, but all the emerging technologies, and especially now that we have science in the mix too. So previously, I wanted to bring together knowledge and resources and people from the spiritual and the technological spaces, but the last 2 years I've been immersed within the scientific spaces and communities, and so I'm bringing that into the mix. We are marrying these three sectors, the sectors of spirituality, technology, and science, all in service of humanity and the earth, and I would also say in service of the machines that we have built, right? We got to take care of each other. This year, especially in 2026, we have started to see the emergence of the new earth leaders and the new earth dwellers, and more on that in the coming conversations. you know, we are the stewards of the earth, and we are the stewards of these magnificent technologies that we have now. And most importantly, we are the stewards of our bodies. So how might we start looking at ourselves in a way that we haven't done before? And so I always speak about holistic wellness, and for me, holisticism means not just looking at the physical form, not just looking at one aspect of us, not just the mind, not just the body, not just the spiritual essence, but truly looking within, going inwards, looking at our bodies and developing that thoughtful relationship with our bodies, and understanding our minds, our brains, our mental spaces, and exploring also where we might have come from. No matter the debates, no matter the differences in peoples and industries and organizations, takes on the meaning of spirituality, technology, and science, I think with the abundance of tools that we can now peruse so that we can do work and live life a little bit easier than before, I would like us to see having more time to spend on the things that matter most, which is one of them being ourselves, getting to know ourselves, and strengthening this mind body spirit connection, and truly understanding who we are and what else can we do with this body, right? With this body, the brain, and our relationships with each other, our relationship with technology, with money, our relationship with the earth, and what the new frontier might be. So, you know, if we first of all have the courage to pause and be silent and really let go of the noise and the stories and the to-dos every day, if we find that moment to drop everything and just pause, we might start to notice that regardless of the astrological activities and news, you might start to notice that this year, especially in April, we are just a week into the month, so there's still a lot of time. We are in this liminal space of starting over. We are in this point called the 0 point. I really love the notion of zero because that's where all creation comes from. And we have this once in a lifetime opportunity to harness that space and that time and the energy to pause and think about what truly we want to meet and achieve and experience and become in this lifetime before we die. It is exciting because now we have so many tools and so many people and so much opportunities to explore and experiment and try things and start anew and change our minds even. So I want us to take advantage of this liminal space, this 0 point, this starting over period of time this year, so that we can think about how we might want to upgrade ourselves as a human race, how we can come up with a system that will allow us to center and ground as needed, because things are going to go fast. Things have been chaotic. As you know, so many things have been happening, both good and bad, around the world for the past 5-6 years. I don't think that's ever gonna stop. So we need to focus on the things that we can do. We need to harness the things that we have. We need to take care of the good things that we have, the relationships, the people, the beings, the knowledge. And given everything, all of that, how do we build and develop coherence in everything that we have and all the people that we that we know and the information that's at the tip of our fingers, and that mind, body, spirit triumvirate. How do we build coherence? Because more than love, we need to help each other live in authenticity so we can live out. Once we figure out what we are meant to do on earth in this time, how do we build that coherence so that we can live, speak, do, act, serve, work, anchored in the same mission, and not leaking our energies, not being sporadic and scattered. So I think that slowly but surely and thoughtfully understanding some knowledge and subjects, and knowing what's available from the spiritual, the scientific, and the technological treasure troves, that will allow us to go inwards even more efficiently, so that we can bring out into the world what we are meant to bring out into the world in this era. So this is an invitation for this year in Silence, is inviting the community, inviting us. It's a reminder for me to return to self. Return to self, get to know the self, explore the self, and when ready, to develop self-mastery. And this could mean so many things, right? And we're gonna explore that together. We want to stay in love, we wanna stay in truth, and we wanna nurture our authenticity within us, among each other, and in the work that we do. Instead of living in fear, instead of focusing on distortion, instead of using our resources on just things that don't matter. So that's kind of the main theme for this year for In Silence. How do we stay in love? How do we stay in truth? And how do we nurture our authenticity so that we can take away the fear and the distortion? We can build a stronger, more agile, more enduring mind, body, spirit connection. We can hopefully inspire other people to do the same. We can help each other, especially our loved ones. We can prepare the youth, the future stewards of the earth. We can hopefully, maybe us, the adults, maybe live a little bit longer and a little bit more fun in the process. And this way, hopefully, we can bring heaven on earth, and we won't feel hopeless. And again, all of this in service of the earth, for now, for us, for the future, and for humanity, and for everything and everyone. Now, alongside In Silence and the rest of our global partners, friends, family, supporters, advisors, mentors, and community of learners, past, present, and future, I have initiated this program called Future Humans, but this one is specifically focused on the leaders, the now leaders or the future leaders, who might want to learn a new way of thinking and designing and delivering educational and mentorship and just leadership and guidance into organizations, universities, institutions, communities, or even the home. So you'll hear more about who In Silence has become beginning this year in 2026 and what Future Humans is. We are currently doing events in Kyoto, but we're working towards meeting in person in different cities, especially beginning in Asia, and then San Francisco, India, and then eventually Europe. So stay tuned, stay with us. We'd love to see you and have you at any of our spaces, whether in the physical events or the digital spaces and gatherings, or the Substack, or for now the social media. Eventually, that's gonna go away. We are designing something so that we can stay connected in the most loving, helpful, valuable, authentic, truthful way while taking care of our data and our sanity. We don't want you to spend a lot of time on the internet or on your equipment or your electronics. So stay tuned, and I hope you're having a good day. And thank you for being here with us. Your gift is essential in this era, this day and age, and in this new epoch in the human race. Okay, much love. Stay conscious, aware, astute, alert, and awake. Later.